to it. So
I hear myself.
oh, hi.
Hi there.
Good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, you you put it live.
It automatically switched over. I'm not sure why. I'll have to check that. It unmuted us. But welcome everybody to another night in curling. You know, we've got a great matchup for you tonight. N19 versus Desperate Housekeepers. Two teams fighting for that best of the rest category. You know, Team Vareka, they finished all their matches for this half of the season. They've won all of them, drew one. They are unreachable at this point.
Yeah,
I think
they're a done deal. We're not going to talk about Team Vareken anymore. I mean, who cares about Team Vareken at this point, right?
no, not me.
No, definitely not. They're a thing of the past now.
Old news. Yesterday's story.
Yeah.
So tonight we got a good one. These guys are going up. You know, Desperate Housekeepers have been playing very well at the last few matches. They had a slow start to the season, dropped a couple of matches that probably shouldn't have, but have definitely gotten back into it. Playing really well. They went up to a tournament in Latvia or Lithuania or Estonia. Riga, Latvia. That's Latvia.
Yeah.
Hey, I know this. I know the capitals, and did quite well there. Losing to Team Vareka in the knockout phase, but they still played quite well for their first true international experience. So they're going up against an N19 team that's, you know, it's a team of veterans. You know, Stefan is their skip is a very strong player, former Belgian national team player, always constantly has his teams up near the top of the table, plays really well.
Yeah, I think Stefan is still considered one of the top players here in Belgium next to Jeroen and some other people, but I think top 5 players, definitely his name is mentioned in those shortlists. So he's also one of those players that's able to carry his team. You have this unique quality where a fourth and a skip can make the difference, and you have some teams that have a fourth and a skip like that. And I think N19 is an example of a team where Stefan really can make a difference when the game is kind of tight or when the stakes are balanced. He can give it a little extra and therefore win a game.
Yeah, he's a thinker. You can definitely see it. You know, we don't play with a time clock in our matches. Sometimes you can see that it benefits him because he has a chance to really think about all the angles. Sometimes he might overthink it. You know, spend a lot of time looking at angles that don't really have a lot of payoff for the severity or the difficulty that they have. So, you know, he can overthink himself in the corners, but sometimes, you know, it really works. He sees things in different ways and really gets to, you know, finding shots, and you know, when it comes down to it, he usually performs. So yep. It's you can't give him much when it's time to shut out the end. Also on
N19, we had a big transfer in the lead position. This season, Steph is transferring over from Ghent, from the founders team, or at least kind of the whole Ghent team setup, towards N19, joining well, the Turno team. That's a big merger in curling Belgium, and he's actually performing quite good. I think he blends in pretty good with the team. He has found his spot with the team, and it's interesting to see that maybe this will give N18 a kind of boost for the future. They would need to bring in some young blood, some new blood, and attract some younger players and stay competitive in the A division.
Yeah. I mean, I think Steph, when he played at Founders, I think he was throwing third stones. So for him to move over to a new team, switch into a new position, you know, it's you know, some will say that it's easier to throw lead stones versus thirds, but you know, if you want to be able to set up and end, those lead stones are very important. So it's been really good for N19 that they've been able to have Steph jump in, switch positions, and he's found his niche that's really helped the team perform.
Yeah. Switching over to Housekeepers, is this the season where Housekeepers finally have become a division top team, kind of manifesting themselves in the A division, never to drop down again? I thought they had a kind of struggle starting with the season, but then they had 3 wins in a row, and now they're sitting kind of on top of the league, I think in second or third position. If we have a quick look at the table, how do you estimate Desperate Housekeepers? Is this the start of, let's say, 10 years of Housekeepers on top of Belgium curling?
It could well be. I mean, they do have the talent. They're all athletic. They all play volleyball. That's how they came into it, and they have an athletic background. They've put a lot of time and effort into training. You know, they've gotten themselves a coach that's helping them out and focusing. So I think that, yeah, you saw the hiccups in the early part of the season. Now they've been able to come back. I mean, you can just look at the LSDs, and they've got like the second lowest LSDs. So being able to throw those stones consistently, they translate that into the match, and they often, you know, take advantage when they're given an opening. They often take advantage of it. So yeah, they are going to be a team to look out for the next few years, I think, barring some sort of inter-team drama or
yeah, you never know.
They're young. They haven't started their families yet, so you never know when kids come into play, kids and wives and girlfriends. You know, you never know what can happen.
Yeah, you never know. Suddenly it's Christmas and you have an announcement for the family, and the year after you have a little kid walking around, or maybe not walking around, but at least crawling and sneezing and whatever they do,
and getting sick and going to the emergency room. Yep. Swallowing things they shouldn't swallow. You know, all of those things happen. You know, it's quite common.
So they are playing for second place at the current standings of the table, but if you look at Steengoed and Brewers Duck, Steengoed only played 4 games, Brewers Duck played 3 games. So there could be some big switches still over the next couple of days. We have the big final moments in the autumn round here, but for now I think this is the game for place 2. They will, both teams will try to catch that position and try to hold it and remain.
You want to finish this round strong. You want to be as high on the table as possible. You want to be going into the spring round with momentum, with feeling good about how you played, and so yeah, there's a lot of teams like Brewers Ducks is going to be playing 4 matches this week. Steengoed is going to be playing 3. You know, this is desperate Housekeepers' last chance to like put some points on the board and try to give their place, but it's not going to guarantee them second. I mean, if you look at it, Brewers Ducks sitting down there in 5th, they've only played 3 matches. If they win out, you know, they're easily sitting second place. So it's there's a lot of things going on here. So yeah, there's a lot to go. There's still a lot to play for. This is the first match of many this week. We have two matches actually going on tonight. We have N19 Desperate Housekeepers, which is going to be live on Kurdia, but then we also have on the next sheet, we have over on the A sheet, we have
versus who did they play tonight? Steengoed.
They're playing Brewers Ducks. They're playing Brewers Ducks.
They're playing Brewers Ducks. So that's good to keep an eye on that game. So we have second and thirds, and then 4th and 5th competing. So we can have those best of the rest and the best of the rest of the rest, and then
so after tonight, the standings are going to be shaken up. We've got more matches on Thursday, Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. So there's going to be a lot of curling this week, and this is the last week of the competition of the winter round. So it's going to. We're gonna finalize. We're gonna know who's what. I mean, we already know who won. So Team Varek has booked their place in the final, in the cup final.
We're not going to mention Team Varek, and
it's hard to not talk about them.
Yeah, sure. I mean, they are just champion of half season. So
plus Timo's probably watching. So
well, if he was watching, he would have posted at least 15 messages by now.
That's true. That's true.
You haven't made any mistakes so far, so. And then maybe that's the reason why we haven't heard from him.
That could be it. Let's see where we're getting to.
So I think they're warming up. They're kind of Desperate Housekeepers is finishing up their warm up. I think they're about to throw their LSDs. Did you have any catch on the LSDs from?
I did. So Bart threw first, and he was at 144.5. Stefan threw second and was at 13. So they have a total of 157.5. Sorry, I'm trying to get something set up on the TV as well so that we can watch the match in the house. There's YouTube.
So N19 seems to be pretty relaxed so far, which is always a good sign. They don't feel any pressure.
I think they always are. I don't think I've ever seen Bart's is an exception. You know, he has his peaks and valleys, but I think Bart or Stefan, Dirk, and Steph, they don't really. I don't see a lot of emotion from them, to be honest. Like, they don't get out of their comfort zone. Ooh, that's really loud in my head.
So I guess this is the LSD from Housekeepers coming into the house. It seems like it's going to be a little bit short. Hi Xavier, good luck, Desperate Housekeepers, and of course also N19.
Alright, I think that one is inside the 145. I think that one's probably going to be about 120 is my guess. I'm going to go take a look, see if they'll give me the numbers.
Yep. See if I can have John on screen trying to steal those numbers. So John is waiting just behind the glass, hoping to catch the attention of N19, but they're ignoring him so far. Oh, I think he can peek on the sheets. Hopefully. Well, I think he's just pretending to put some numbers on there. My guess is this is going to be the first hashtag John's mistake here. Trying to guess the numbers, but eventually make a mistake. So this is the second LSD from Housekeepers coming into the house. This is way better. Stopping into the reds. So match is about to start. Teams are wishing each other good luck, good stones, true sportsmanship. Make sure you write that down, John. All right. We are ready to get started.
Okay, so Brecht was at 102.
102.
Sebastian was 20.5, so they had a 122.5. So that is going to give Desperate Housekeepers the choice, and I am assuming they are going to start with the hammer. So
that would be the obvious choice. Never seen any team do it differently.
So with that, we are ready to start the action. Steph's going to be starting out there. I got my pen and paper ready to write down all the hashtag shout of the matches.
Yeah. Were you actually able to read the numbers on the ice? Because it looked like you had a little bit trouble figuring out the scribblings.
Yeah, like Bart was writing a novel that because I think the pen wasn't working. And then I still could barely read Brecht's number from the distance because it wasn't fully filled in. But I just went to the eye doctor and he said my eyes were fine, so...
Good news.
Alright, starting off with the classic center guard, a little bit high and does not catch that the center line, so no tick rule in effect for that stone. Housekeepers are going to come straight in behind it. They're going to be very aggressive, it looks like. Come right into the house.
Yeah, Housekeepers known for those aggressive build-ups. They really want to pressure other teams, kind of enforce other teams to make mistakes.
Is this one gonna fall enough? It is. So one of the things, and I don't know if these teams are aware of it, Oh, that's a very nice one. Gets right down there on the tee line. Gets behind the guard. Stefan wasting no time, just says he's going to put one right on top of it. But they, the club sanded the stones down last night. So they definitely have a lot more break in them. Definitely towards the end, there's a lot more curl. So that's going to be interesting for the teams to adjust to. You know, if they've been playing with the stones pre, you've got to get used to that.
Little tap on the guard there. So the no split rule doesn't apply for your own stones, or does it?
Well, it wasn't on the center line, so it doesn't matter, but it does not apply to your own stone.
Gotcha.
You can see it once it's on that center line and it starts to move, away it goes. This one also looks a little bit on the lighter side, so gotta make sure this one doesn't get all the way out.
That's an interesting way to put the center guards.
Yeah. That is. Look at that.
That was the intent.
Quite well.
I had the impression they wanted to draw behind the other.
They wanted to draw behind it. Yes, that was definitely not intended, but it works the way it works out for them. Gives them some cover. You saw Stefan trying to sweep his stone to get it out so they could take away that red one. Just did not quite have enough to go to get on it, but.
We have Ture watching the game tonight as well, and also Bram. Bram is a housekeeper rooting for his teammates. And Ture plays with a team. I'm not going to mention the name of that team.
He plays with the Hammerheads in the doubles league.
Yeah, that's true. He plays with the Hammerheads. That was the team I was looking for.
Good evening, Ture. Xavier. All right, taps the guard over, gets theirs behind, but theirs to be doubled up. But I think that you're looking at gonna try to draw this behind the guard. I think they're gonna leave that one on the button alone. Ooh, they jump on the sweeping early. Are they not happy with the line? It's gonna freeze. Is that gonna get down to freeze? Ooh, does it?
This
Does.
is a very nice freeze.
It's open though. It is doubleable. I think they can just off nose side. That's going to be able to get both of them to spill, and could possibly roll a shooter underneath their own guards over there. So could be an interesting shot here. Ooh, very early on the release there. I think it looks a bit outside.
Stefan saying it doesn't fall enough.
Just misses the red there.
This is a big chance for desperate housekeepers to protect their stones here.
Yeah, the stones fall a lot more than they normally do, but still just not quite enough on that one. A little bit too far outside. Yeah, you can see Sebastian here. Just let's put up a guard. Let's get something high. Now, even if this one's wide, if it taps on one of those yellows, that could get over into a good spot. But I'm not sure it's going to fall enough. There it goes, though.
Beautiful.
Very nice stone. Very nice stone. So I'm very glad I included. I'm not sure if it's going to fall enough because I wasn't making a statement. I was questioning reality. So can't be wrong if you're asking questions. Yep, they're just going to look to move this center guard out of the way. Got to keep things open.
Yeah, they need to open up the house again.
Oh, that actually runs back on those other two. That's not a bad stone. I think that's a little bit better than they were expecting.
A little bit better. That was a very good stone.
I'll write it down.
Write it down so you don't forget. I think that's
Now, it didn't technically get the stones out of the house.
that's true.
But it was still a very nice stone. That's one thing I need to add to my little control board is not only making like where I need to edit the shots, but highlights.
So a little bit of discussion going on here over at the housekeeper side.
Yeah, it looks like they're setting up to go behind those yellows, which isn't a bad idea. I mean, it's the other, you know, it's N19 stones, but they are is grouped up over there, so it's going to be harder for them to use it to run back. And also, we'll have to switch the colors in the scoreboard after this ends.
Oh yeah, yeah, true. That slipped.
I got through the QA.
Yeah. So housekeepers actually throwing the red stones. This is falling too much. It'll tap the guards.
A little bit light. Now I think it pushes that yellow one inside the red. So now red is only lying one. There's
red's lying one. Correct.
There's an opening over there where they could try to come in off that red one, play a hit and roll, run it into the middle. Possibly even double those two reds out, so...
Yeah, hit and roll could work out nice. If, of course, it's executed the way they intended.
That got enough weight on it? Looks like it does. Gets rid of both of them. Very nice stone there from Bart. And gets it in behind cover. Great stone there.
So are we recording the triple angles in this setup?
I believe so. Let me take a look with the mouse. We can do it quickly and see. Yes, we are.
Okay.
We're not getting the overhead cams yet, but we do have each camera individually, so... Now, the good news for housekeepers is that their stone sitting in front of the yellow. It is open, so they could run it back. Get that yellow out of there. It's got to fall. Oh, just does not quite fall enough. That's going to allow Stefan to just throw up another guard over it. I believe if I'm, looking at the overhead, N19 is sitting 2 right now. This would be quite a big steal for them. You can hear them talking about numbers 2, 3. That's the positioning on the ice, how deep they want it, how close they want it to the house. So 2, 3 is right in between the second and third zones. So they don't want it necessarily too close to the house.
I had the impression Dirk was calling for the sweep, but then the sweepers didn't sweep, so I was wondering.
That's what I thought so too. And then Bart was saying 1-2, so okay, but they got the one they wanted. A nice stone right in there, plugging up that hole. Now, a run back double is still possible. That's why they didn't want it so far back, so deep. They wanted it to make it harder for that run back double.
Two 5 for takeouts. Immediate sweeping here.
Want to make sure this one gets over to the nose. That's going to be a decent one. That's going to get them both out of there. Very nice stone from Brecht. Very nice stone. Gets rid of the 2.
Yeah, we're watching a pretty good game so far.
Yeah, look at that. Three stones written down already.
3 stones written down in just one end, and the end hasn't finished yet.
Like we were saying in the intro, very interesting matchup here. Should be quite a good one, I think. Team's going to go back and forth. It's very unlikely that we're going to see like a big victory. That's my guess. It's not a prediction. It's not a statement of fact. It is a guess.
All right. Port stone here for N19. Oops, I was missing the sliding.
I was just about to say, it's like, but we're not going to see it.
Yeah.
We're going to watch it in-house, but you guys at home are just going to have to imagine.
This is mystery curling. Cliffhanger stuff.
It's a bit wide. Is that going to drop as much? They really wanted that to pass right by that thing. Ooh, running a little bit deep. They're going to try to sweep this one out behind the blue. It's not quite get all the way out, but it is about past that red, so... N19 still sitting 1.
Yeah. So they're opting to tap their red center guard, promote it. I think they have a lot of space. Get it into the white should be good enough to get to that point.
They have 2 options. They have either the stone, so if he's a little bit wide, it's got that outside stone. They can draw around behind it.
Zouden we plan B dat die kunnen doen? Ja. Dan breekt het iets het ding uit. Oké.
Yep.
And I will stop breathing. I'll just adjust my mic a little bit.
Just stop breathing. That's easier.
Because this game is breathtaking so far. All right.
So here we go with Hammerstone in the first end.
Inside. At least that is what Brecht is calling.
Yeah, they're trying to draw this one around.
They have some space.
I think they've got space, yeah. Not too hard here. Not too hard. Oh, unfortunately, it's going to be a little too hard.
Is it?
Yep. The yellow one up at the top is still one, so... Steal a one for N19.
It's
Pretty good end there. Lots of back and forth. I'm sure Coach was going to say different, but let me try to adjust the scoreboard, get this correct.
we can do a very quick update of the scoreboards. See if you can update the scoreboards faster than they can.
And I got it wrong.
Yeah, you got it wrong.
I had it almost there, and then I got the wrong color. All right, so chapter marker. Oops, forgot the marker, I think, at the end of that last stone.
Right. And you get to opening up with a center guard. At least that's what I think Stefan called.
Gonna try to sweep this one to get it in. It's gonna get in, but not as deep as they wanted, and
It has
it's...
to touch the center line to be good, and I don't know if it touches the
I
center line.
don't think
so.
it is. No, I think it's just off the center line.
Readjusting my mic.
Yeah, that's better. Oh, shoot. Being aggressive again, wanting to try to get this one into the house. Don't think it's going to be deep enough. See if... Thomas, you're not supposed to stop sweeping when the skip comes out. They do get it out there in the house, behind the guard. Who knows how deep they could have gotten it if Thomas had helped him. Probably like 5 centimeters, but still. It's
It
the
can
thought.
make the difference.
It's
I mean,
the
that
yeah.
was the last 10 because 5 centimeters made the difference between being shot and missing the sliding.
It's N19 going to take their try to take advantage of this one, come in behind it. Sweepers are working hard to drag this one through. Is that going to get around the guard? Oh, look at that. It does. Stefan jumps in to take it the last few bit, and right there on top of the button. Very nice stone. Oh, my, very nice stone. Right on the pin.
If this is going to be the quality of play for the remainder of the night, I want a 16-ender for this game. I don't want this game to stop, ever.
That's worthy of writing it down. That might be one of the first lead stones to make shot of the match, if that holds up.
Yeah, we never had a lead stone being a candidate of shot of the match. We had Big Dan from team, can't remember the name, mentioning that.
Now this one's a bit heavier and a little bit outside. I think that's gonna just squeak by and go out the back. Now we see Stefan tapping down on the ice. He wants to set up a guard. Let's take away that draw into there.
somewhere along the first end, Dirk lost his little head, and now he's playing with his full strength.
He's warm enough.
Hats off for this game.
All right, sweeping on this one, trying to hold it straight. It's a little bit light. It's gonna over curl, come out the other side, which not what they intended. Does take away another angle to come around to the button, but yeah, I think they're just gonna try to clear out these guards here.
Yeah, sometimes, in most cases, people know what side to draw, but if you put your broom in between two stones, do you go over the left side or the right side? That's where you have to...
Yeah, it's like, what do you want me to do? Sun appears to be a bit inside. All right, gets rid of the one, opens things up a little bit. Yeah, Stefan looking for 2 into 3 position for this guard. Wanted to overlap just a little bit over that red one would be ideal. Sweepers got on it immediately. They must not like the speed. This one looks okay. Maybe even a little bit deeper than they needed it.
Look at that stone fall.
Oh, that's very nice. Very nice stone right there. I'm gonna write it down. I don't think it's
Somebody get John another sheet of paper. Because,
no kidding. It would definitely be if I was able to edit in a highlight reel or like a ESPN type story of the recap of the match. That would certainly be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crud. It's a bit outside. Is that going to fall enough? Does catch the yellow, which this means it just pushes their red out, and yeah, not a great stone there.
Nope.
Because now it's given N19 a guard, and they're going to probably set something up in front of it to yeah, really just take this one away from Housekeepers. There, once it starts to go, it goes, but this one just did not seem to... there it goes. There it goes. Very late on that kind of fall, but it's still and not quite where they wanted it. They did want to, like, overlap with that guard. They still have the run back here. Slightly offset, could still see a double.
On the nose, that's what he was calling. And pointing at his nose. Just to make sure. This could be an interesting takeout though, if it works, if the angles work out.
Yeah, it won't get them in the house, but it could still, like, get them out. Seems to be a little bit more inside, yeah. Oh,
Oh, look at that.
does catch it.
Yeah.
All right. Kind of got a little bit of a boost from the other yellows sitting up there. Let's tap it back in.
How do I know if I'm muted or not?
Honestly, I don't know. There you go. Now you're muted. But they probably heard you cough on my...
Yeah, yeah, that would be funny.
missing
See
out
if I
this-
can
missing
get
a
a glance
slide.
of this. Yeah, I was coughing.
They want this one to be in front of the tee line.
Then
Yep, they're
why
gonna
did they
sweep
sweep
it.
if they wanted that front of the tee line?
Maybe he saw it was already going to be back, so they wanted to get it deeper. Just a little bit deep.
Gaat er niet liggen? Gaat er niet gewoon liggen? Want dan is het liggen zelfs niet
A little bit of discussion of what they want to do.
Really? It's so funny if people kind of blow their nose and you hear some kind of trumpet
Right,
somewhere.
right underneath the camera.
Right underneath the camera and the microphone. No, it's not the fans in the canteen, it's just somebody...
Oh, is this one going to hold on? Oh, nicely done. Gets in, just spills out a little too far though, but does get the job done. Gets the yellow one out of there. Stefan questioning whether it's his go or not. It is. Even I knew that.
I think I overheard Stefan mentioning he wants to put it in front of the house. Just close the path to the button.
Yeah, make it a little bit easier or more difficult for Housekeepers to score. Looks like it might be a little bit hard. It's going to get
Looks wide
into the
also.
house. Flying shot, but it's wide open.
Yeah, now they have backing.
I don't think Housekeepers wanted to sweep that one. I think they maybe wanted to let that one die behind the tee line as close as possible to give them something more useful. Because a hit and roll with this one is going to be difficult to do anything.
takeouts. Santa Claus is calling the ho ho ho.
It's gonna fall. It's a
It'll
little bit outside,
the
but
house.
Epson rolls out. Yep.
So yeah, this leaves yellow with one stone shot and then a pretty open house. To find a second stone, maybe creep around one of the guards. But
Yeah, I think with this one they're gonna want to split the house. They're gonna want to try to draw it over behind the guards over on the side. Don't give housekeepers a chance to double anything out. You know, force them to try to draw for one and potentially score two themselves. So.
important stone, this one.
Sweeping it hard. Really want to get this one in there.
And it's behind the guards. Well, half behind the guards.
Yeah, I think they're just going to try to go hack, try to get this one out of there and hold the shooter. There is a potential for a double there, but I think it's too risky. I think if they were sitting in second position, it would be... Well, if they were sitting in second position, they wouldn't need to go for it. It's also early in the match, so... They just gotta make sure they get rid of this one, though.
Oof, I think it's gonna miss.
No, it's gonna be fine. Is it gonna hold?
It can jam on the red one. No, it doesn't.
But does it hold inside the yellow? Ooh.
Hard to see this.
That is close. That is very close.
They're using their brooms to kind of measure it, but
It might be yellow.
I think they are going to measure it. Oh no, I think they made a call, but I think it's...
I don't know.
They'll have to...
I don't know. Was it red? Okay. Getting word inside that it is red.
It is red, so that will tie the game. 1-1.
Very, very tight there. That could have been a... that would have been a... I don't want to say it's a big steal, but yeah, opening of the match, giving away the first two ends would have been really tough mentally there, so...
Also the scoreboard in the venue confirming the fact that we were right about overhearing the 1-1.
Well, didn't really overhear it. He told me directly.
Okay. Yeah, hard to tell at this point who's putting forward the best performance so far, who has the... Yeah, who's the favorites to win this game?
No, I would have put this at 50-50 odds. I wouldn't have... it would have been very hard to pick a favorite. Maybe if you were to say pick 1,000 winners, I might pick, you know, Housekeepers 501 times out of 1,000. Trying to get Steph Stone down there. Not gonna quite have enough, so that's gonna set up a stacked guard in the middle situation. Stacked guard situation in the middle. Let's say that one. That sounds better. Let's start using proper English.
Oh, proper English.
I don't talk the English so good.
Yes, but we can try to talk a little bit of English. Could you tell, like, from pronunciation, where it's a Dutch person or a Belgian person, French person, German person talking English?
Yes. Yes. Certain words give things away, certain accents. See, for me, I find this to be a little curious that they came around the outside like that. It's working. A little bit deep.
They're happy.
They seem to be okay with that. I think just the way the stones were staggered for me, I would have come around the wall side. But I guess they were worried more that if it over curled, came around the other side, then it's usable as a hit and roll.
I think they should also give Steph a proper team jersey to kind of appreciate his position in the team, accept him. Could be nice Christmas presents.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Is Dirk wearing? Well, he's just wearing a black jersey. Ooh. Tick rule.
Here's the first example of the tick rule.
So for those of you not aware, within the first 5 stones, any stone lying on that center line cannot be moved until after 5 stones have been played. If that gets moved off that center line, it gets replaced and the shooter gets taken out of play. So you don't even have to move it, take it out of play. It's just moving it off that line. So big break there for Housekeepers, I think. It's going to give them like a freebie stone, if you will. Looks a bit wide.
I think it'll sit wide, and then they have to avoid a double takeout or hit and roll here. It's less wide than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it falls a lot at the end, but I still think that's... To me, that's kind of a hack weight. They could get both of those out of there, I think, if they play the right weight. But I think they might be trying to use it as a pocket. Somebody just came outside, shook our camera. It's not an earthquake. It was just Danielle.
The door is definitely closed.
Oops. Missing the slide out.
Yes.
Surprise slide.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. No worries.
This one looks to be good around the corner. Is it gonna be deep enough? Not time to broom fight there, boys. Comes up just a little bit short. Yeah, Sebastian just looking for guards over there. Try to get things covered up. A little bit deep. Need this one to fall a little bit more. There it goes. Very nice stone. Good placement there.
Yeah, Housekeepers sitting 2 stones, and with all of the guards stacking up in the front of the house, they have a good position to defend here. They don't have to kind of take the risky shots.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a N19 yet. We see Stefan. He's just wanting to clear things out of here. You can hear some shouts from over on the A sheet. I'll get you guys up to date on that pretty quickly.
Yeah, the A sheet has been pretty quiet. Haven't heard them that much. Didn't pay attention to the A sheets. Brewer's Ducks there versus Steengoed.
It's got the line. Does that have the pace? Yeah, that's okay. Wanted that to fall a little bit more, I think, but that's gonna do the job. Split the house, or split the guards. Shooter falls away.
Is it really enough to get them back into the game? Because now desperate Housekeepers can keep up stacking the guards.
No, but that's, I think, what they were trying to do is they needed to get things open. Yeah, they wanted it to fall a little bit more to potentially get things more open out of there, but at least the shooter doesn't stay, and it's going to force Housekeepers to keep putting up guards instead of trying to get more in there. Although right now they're sitting 2, so I don't think they necessarily want to press anymore.
Yeah, that's another nose hit.
Now, taking a quick look over at Sheet A, Brewer's Ducks are leading 4-0 in the third end.
Never expected that.
And right now I'm seeing 1, maybe 2 of their stones sitting shot, but they do not have the hammer, and there is the hammer still to come.
I think if Brewers win this game, they cleared the risk of relegating. They're in the safe zone.
Yes, I think so. I think 6 points is the safe. This one looks a bit wide. Is this one gonna fall? I bet it does. And there it goes. That's a very nice stone right there. That's gonna be a nice stacked guard. Now, N19 does have that yellow one sitting up. Yeah, just like that. Stefan sees the angle. There's plenty of room to try to get it back there. It's probably the best time to try something like that before. You don't want to wait till the last stone to do that. Not an easy stone, this one.
But those difficult stones are the most rewarding if they succeed.
Oh, it's gonna fall just a little bit too much. Well, runs back 1, gets rid of 1.
Yes, damage control.
Yeah.
Red's still a shot, but it's less dangerous now.
I've written that one down. Didn't quite. It's a little spectacular. Didn't quite come up the way they wanted it to, though. There's still room for Housekeepers to draw this one in. Get something in there on the button, really. As soon as it starts to fall, it's going to fall a lot. So they want to sweep this one to get it around that guard.
Yeah, it needs to wait as well.
Very nice stone. I think the sweep was good enough.
I think it's seconds. Looks
That
second
looks
to me.
pretty good. Yeah, it's gonna be
Sweep.
it's gonna be a measure there.
I'm guessing it's seconds. My vote is saying that was a second shot.
Sweeping this one to hold the line. Looks pretty. It's gonna hit where it needs to.
Yes, it does.
Gets that one out of there.
Now it's even more important what stone is first and what stone is second. They don't know.
And we see from the overhead, from this angle, it looks like it could be red.
Yeah, because from this angle, yellow should be more in favor because of the angle, and still red looks more close.
Yeah, it's very close. I would probably,
calling red.
I would call red.
Yeah, definitely. Well, not definitely, but 80% sure. They're trying to guard their redstone. Could confirm they also feel like red is laying shut here.
Is this one gonna over curl?
Yes, it does. And will yellow, but it could split against yellow. That's also fine. Unless yellow's open, then that's not fine because
No,
it's a very easy call to run back yellow and score 2 points here. Seems to me that should be the obvious call, unless Stefan has something different in mind. And that's kind of unfortunate for Housekeepers here. Smile on Bart's face, he's ready to sweep it. Still some stones to go, of course.
Make sure this one doesn't fall too much. Needs to catch it just a little bit off the nose. Does it fall enough? No, it doesn't fall enough.
And this is even worse because now
that's-
they lose their shooter stone, or their potential shooter stone.
Worst case scenario, yeah. Shot stone takes out their guard,
shot
takes out shot stone. Gonna try to set another guard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Going to be very disappointed with the stone because this really takes their strategy apart.
they do have the hammer, but it is gonna be, it's gonna be a little bit more damage control. I think this one, if Housekeepers could put one in a good spot.
Die hem dubbel is wel gevaarlijk.
Sebastian calling for the safe option to just guard the stone, take the points, and
I think so. I think they want to try to make it so that N19 can't get in there, can't get rid of it, because N19 has that one lying in the back of the house, so that could give them an opportunity for 2. So they just want to make sure that they get this covered up.
one of those games where you really have to battle just to score that 1 point on your hammer ends.
Yeah. Means every stone counts. This one's a little bit heavier than they want.
Can they just step and roll maybe?
But it's gonna fall in, yeah. That's gonna...
I think that's a very good stone. It's so good protected here.
That's a really nice one. Not what they intended, but I think maybe that'd have been a plan B.
So now they really force N19 to try to avoid losing 2 points here with a better draw, or would they accept Housekeepers taking a point and just try to take out that one redstone? Due to the angle, they can't tap it out, of course. Right.
Yeah, not quite sure what they're going to be able to do here. This is
a hard call. Our question is offensive or defensive? That's what's at stake here.
If they go around that guard, I don't think they're going to be able to get rid of everything.
Steph also checking in on the game plan here. I'm not sure Bart is convinced with this option, or he has a very focused face right now.
I think he's just focusing, seeing what, you know, it's Stefan's call. It's Stefan's thrown to stone to throw. Let's get that word right. Yeah, I'm not sure Stefan is super convinced either, but they don't really have much option. Yeah, that control panel, we need to get that fixed.
It's so annoying.
Seems to be doing it more often now.
Yeah, and it's not consistent. Sometimes it's a little bit, then it's a hard left. Sometimes
This one
2 or 3 in a
feels
row.
a bit outside. I think they're going to get rid of one. No, they do not.
They take out their own.
Just misses. Well,
2 big misses from Stefan here, and well, they just give Housekeepers 2 points.
yeah, 2 points for Housekeepers there. Big steal for them.
Yeah, definitely.
Really good shot from Brecht there to get that draw around and just get all behind everything. So very very good end from them.
Very decisive here. And this is one of those moments where you want to debrief as a team.
Yeah, really try to figure out what's going on, what's happened. All right. I think this will be a good time to go
Where do you want to go?
get something to drink. If you like something.
Yeah, I'll have some sparkling water.
Sparkling water.
Get rid of my cough. So Housekeepers opening up with a good center guards. Nice and high. Sebastian getting ready to sweep. Is it going to hit the center guards? Nope.
Just sneaks it around.
Sneaky boy.
Oh, and they're able to get this one into the house.
Very sneaky boy.
There we go. I think I hit the chapter marker.
Thanks.
We'll be fine. Mark that off. All my edits are going to be off, but this is just a test trial run anyway.
sneaky stone here, passing the guards. They need to keep sweeping, but it's not hard enough to get into the house.
It was never gonna be. It was always gonna run up against that yellow, so not terrible because it is out. Ooh, is that one outside the house, or is it biting? It's really hard to see.
Yeah, it's hard to see from this angle.
If it's outside the house, then it's in the tick rule. If it's biting, then you can take it out. And one interesting thing I learned about the tick rule is, if you tap somebody's stone into the house, and it stays on the center line, that is still considered it's not on the center line anymore, and it becomes you have to reset, or you have the choice of resetting.
Can they get it on the button? That's the question here.
It looks a bit deep. It's gonna curl, but it's also going to slow down quite a lot once it starts to curl. But that's gonna be like just nicely in front of the tee line. Good stone there.
Yeah, they're happy with the stone, and it's in front of the tee line. So
still no takeouts possible. So I think they're just gonna try to set something up here.
I think Dirk was not happy with his stone over on
She did. No. No. This one's gonna stay out there. It's gonna come in, but not nearly enough. Or, yeah, still not nearly enough.
Well.
It's close, but
It fell more than I thought it would.
that actually, yeah, that did come in quite a lot more. And it's not necessarily bad that it's wide. It's actually just because it's wide, it's too deep. It
Yeah.
needed to be about another stone higher. Yep. Stefan's just going to have Dirk come in, just take this one out.
Dirk. What kind of language is that?
Dirk. Better? Dirk.
That's better. That's way better.
It's probably wrong no matter how I say it.
Dirk is good.
And they're sweeping this one. They don't want this one to fall onto their own in the middle there. Sweeper's doing their job.
Very nice.
Gets it out. Falls over a little bit, creates a little bit of space. Not sure if there's enough to prevent the double there. I don't think so. I think they can,
Yeah, this one's calling for a double here.
yeah.
Screaming for a double. I think this is a very hard one.
It's gonna be wide enough. I think that's gonna be good. I think we're looking at a good one here. Very nice. And gets the kick roll up top. Very nice stone. Comes out a little bit on the other side, but I think that's still gonna be okay.
Yeah. And respectful congrats from Stefan.
Yeah.
They're really putting up a huge performance tonight.
Let's see. That was Thomas there.
Yeah, you're going to have to watch a lot of parts of the game afterwards to find the right sharpen edge.
Yeah.
Then you have to hope you pick the right one, otherwise Sebastian is going to call you out.
Whatever one I pick is the right one. It's not a democracy.
You are the supreme leader of the shorts. The shot of the matches.
They want to come join me in the editing room, which is my house, then they are more than welcome to, but
Unfortunate.
Does not get around there. Shooter spills out of the house and hits the side wall. I think that comes out of play. Nope, did not touch the wall. Yeah, Thomas with the suggestion to come over and guard over there, and I think that's the right call. I don't think you want to start trying to put something on the button when you have something there that could be used to take out anything on the button. So cover it up, cover up what you got. You can't play every shot at once, so you got to do something, and I think this is a smarter play.
So halfway this end, and the Housekeepers still setting up for a steal here. And that could be a big steal. And they managed to bring it home.
I feel like this one might be a little heavy. But it might tap that one back onto the button.
Well, they're calling 4, so that has to be...
Well, they used the 7 count, so for them 4 is the T-line. So that one was not a 4 or 5, like they were saying. Falls over a little bit too much. It's gonna allow that's gonna allow Bart to just go at this with the hack weight.
A little bit wobbly on the sliding. Looks
Oh, there they go.
maybe it'll fall.
As long as it's got the weight, I think it'll be okay. But it's just not quite. Yeah, I was wrong. It was not okay. It had the weight. Yeah, just tried to squeeze that one by the guard. Just doesn't get around it. So Housekeepers have another opportunity here to throw a guard up there.
Yeah. Tap on the shoulder there. It's just 1 stone. They're calling 0, so can they get it across the hog line? It's an important one, they have to.
It has to get over the hog line. If it gets over,
They needed
very, very good sweeping there to get that one over into play. Creates a guard, gonna make it harder to go at it with any kind of weight. Stefan saying, you know, tapped his heel. Maybe hack weight could work. But even if it doesn't, might hit on the guard.
Stefan just calling to open it up, to start all over. If there's a point in the game where you want to just reset the house, that's where you don't want to wait for your last stone.
Yeah.
Last stone.
Yeah, it looks like just trying to split him out of the way. They do have an opportunity. They could try to play in off that red that is just about biting the house out of camera angle on this one, but it's the one protecting their stone in the house, so
Decision has been made. Rocket has been fired. Missile inbound.
It's not gonna quite fall enough. It's gonna run it back into the house, and
Jammed on the red one. On the yellow one.
well, that was almost a great stone there. You know, a good happy accident. It did get rid of the one close in there, so it kind of opens things up. But yeah, Housekeeper is now jammed up against that yellow, so basically, essentially closes the house, tightens the house up. Want to get this one in there.
Get it behind the guards.
Yep, sweeping this one to get it all the way back on the T line and sitting behind the guard.
They're putting so much pressure on the N19 with stones like that.
Yep.
Every time you kind of feel like you're doing good, you have a break, then they put up with another good stone.
Yeah, I mean it is a good stone. It's just that guard is so high there that if they're doing a draw, they could easily draw around and get on the inside of that red. So, but they have to do it. It's easier said than done. Although
Yeah,
it
there's
is
always kind of the academical option where it's possible, but you have to force the other team to do it.
yeah.
That could get in the back of your mind. I have to make the shot. There is no room for error. There is no second try. It has to work. And if you have to keep throwing stones like that the entire game,
It gets mentally exhausting.
right.
Think it's too far outside.
Yeah, Duke kind of gave up on that. It's high and wide.
Yeah. Yeah, not a great stone from Stefan there. He's usually one that's very, very consistent with his throws, but he's been off a little bit this last couple of ends.
Yep.
Housekeeper's not sure what they want to do. They can't cover both. Yeah, I think there's a lot of options for N19 here, and it's like you can't cover them all, so you got to pick one. It's your last stone.
Yeah, are they just going for the steal, or do they look to score some extra points here?
I think they're looking for the extra points. So I think they're going to try to, yeah, it looks like they want to try to guard that open draw to the button.
If you use your red one to hit and roll, can you
They could.
see the yellow one, take the yellow one out of the house and then roll behind your center guards?
They could. I saw Thomas look like he pointed at something like that.
Because you can have 3 stones all lined up with a stone on the button. for the draw.
I gotta make sure this isn't too deep. I think it falls just a little bit too much there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wanted this one to be probably about a stone further outside. Stefan looking at that hit and roll there. This feels kind of risky. If he doesn't hit it right, the shooter could roll out, the yellow could roll out, and then Housekeepers could score 3, maybe 4, maybe even 5. I can't tell those top 2 are where they're at, but yeah, there's...
Yeah, Bart's looking to kind of second guess this option so far.
Nee, maar ik wou gewoon weten, als jij denkt, ja, ik wil het, dan heb ik het gedaan. Als jij er twijfelt... Ja, maar dat is niet moeilijk.
This looks like a bad movie dub because you have Housekeepers talking under the live microphone and N19 talking on the live camera. So
I'm gonna make a sign that don't slam the door. Just to make sure that people stop slamming that door so hard. So we'll be right back after this commercial break.
yeah, we should do our ad breaks when it's Stefan's turn to think.
They can't blame him. This is important. I mean, after throwing 3 stones that weren't the best.
Ooh, this one looks light. It's definitely not the...
You need to sweep this one. Has to pass the guard. It will pass the guard, and then the question is how
look at
deep
that.
will they get it?
Ooh, that's close. Very close.
It's so hard to tell. This is so hard to tell. I'm guessing yellow though, but
The way they're looking...
look at Steph lying down there. Did you catch?
I did not. I did not. Is yellow. All right, getting one from the side. That is 1 for yellow.
Yellow mellow. They needed that one.
Yeah, big stone there. Big stone there. Let's see. I didn't write it down. I'm gonna write it down now. 132-ish.
No time to break. Just continue with the game. Yeah, he knows that was a good stone.
Oh yeah. So I've got a little bit of some statistics here. Through halftime, Housekeepers as a team are throwing 66.4%, and N19 is throwing 46.9%. Really, everyone on N19 is throwing 50% or lower. It's very, very, very tough end for them. But Thomas is throwing quite well for Housekeepers at 84.4% for out of the second slot for Housekeepers.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's a big one. You've got Sebastian and Breck both throwing 62.5, so there's pretty good percentages following up on that 84. Oops, I missed a chapter and a marker, but hey.
But hey, well, that was more
That's for
important.
technical stuff, so.
Yeah, we have Gerry here at the booth. Well, not at the booth, but just side. He's
in the clubhouse.
In the clubhouse, yeah. He's tracking those numbers. Numbers are important. They give an objective image of the game.
Yeah, that kind of stuff would be great if we could be able to start putting that kind of stuff into the overlays.
Yeah, if you have like a volunteer filling in those numbers.
All right. Squeezes that one around that guard. Oh, it wasn't on the center line, so tick rule was not in effect. Carries that one into the house. Stefan's just going to try to have Steph draw something in here, set up on top of that red one. Maybe they can get it out later.
Took an early curl there.
Yeah, this one looks a bit light.
Yeah, they gave
May
him
have been inside. Yeah, this one's just not going to have the weight. He does get across, but definitely not what they wanted. High corner guard there.
Yep.
Not sure that's going to be very effective for them. Looks like he wants to try to draw something between those two yellows, get behind the guards out there. Heard Kevin say he's not so sure, but you know what? Looks like that's what they're going to go with. You know, and as a shooter, it's okay to have questions about your skips calls, but once the final decision comes, you just got to commit to it and go. So looks like this one's going to get through. Is it going to be deep enough to get into the house? I think so.
So this is a good stone. Maybe it will curl too much because it's pops out on the other side. But I think they're happy with it.
Very nice stone. I think that's going to be, yeah, that looks like it's from the hack. It's going to be covered. So
Right, hack weight takeout. That's going to be a job for...
but they can't do takeouts yet. This is the fifth stone.
Yeah.
Oh, they're in the house, so never mind.
Yeah.
Forgot, I've been playing too much doubles lately. Said they like the speed, but the line's coming inside. Is that going to have enough to run that all the way back, though?
It'll tap their yellow.
Yep. Well, it gets inside that second red, so it's going to leave them sitting shot and with a little bit of backing, so... Second shot, excuse me.
It's time for another coffee, Mr. Senior Man.
I only had one beer tonight. I switched to iced tea. Looks like they're going to just try to draw this one again up against that yellow. Freeze it against that yellow. Kind of use that as backing. Gets him off the sweeping to make sure this one falls. Looks like it's got some good weight. A little heavy. Ooh, just ticks the yellow. Settles into the back of the house.
So, what's the situation over on Shide?
Let's see. Oh, Steengoed has come back. They've made this a match. They've taken 3 ends in a row, so it is now 4-3 for Brewer's Ducks in the 6th end. Lots of sweepers to try to hold this one. It gets around the guard, but is it going to get enough to get onto the red?
Might miss red and just go out of the house.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Disappointment there.
Yeah, these newly sanded stones, they fall a whole lot more. Once they start to go, they go. So it's you're gonna see some shots like that where it looked like it could have been good, but just decides, nope, I'm out of here. This one feels light. It's not gonna get down there. Sebastian almost takes out Kevin.
Yeah, trying to find a spot to sweep, but there was no room because of those 2 yellow guards.
Yeah, it's really hard jumping out there with your slider on and trying to stop and pivot and turn around all at the same time. It just doesn't work quite so easily. Alright. Yeah, it leaves a little bit open over there, so we're gonna see Bart come with a I think just a little bit heavier than hack weight, maybe, yeah, back. What do we call that? That's
In between hack and back.
yeah.
I don't know if there's a word for that.
That control, I've heard.
This
Yeah.
is the kind of place where you throw your grippers.
Yep.
It would be gripper weight, but that seemed a little bit off.
Call it Swedish weight. Everything's Swedish. I don't know why. Oh, that one curled a little bit too much, fell inside. Just takes out the guard. Feels like that wasn't enough ice for trying to throw a guard over that one in the middle.
Are they going to tap their own red one? Or is it going to squeeze just between?
It's gonna tap over, freeze up against it. Yeah, I guess not quite a freeze, but it's got a little bit of backing there, trying to peel it off. That N19 just gonna try to take this open yellow out of the open red out of the house. Maybe slide theirs over underneath some of that grouping over there on the outside. This one's gonna curl a little bit too much. It's gonna fall the other side of the house. And
it's in. I think it is in.
it's tough. It's tough, but it's definitely not counting, so
Yeah. Really matter that much.
not a whole lot Housekeepers can do with that other yellow, so they're just gonna leave it. Now they're looking at scenarios where they can tap their red into the yellow, into the red. The red will lose the red, but also lose the yellow. That seems a bit excessive.
There are some options, and I would say they can take some risk, but that's not true. It's just they're leading.
They're only leading by
3-2.
one, and there's 3 ends after this one. So yeah, it's probably why it's not as straightforward. Also, it's still only about half. These are just getting to third stones now. So
Bart is all the way over at Sheet A watching the game there.
Stefan is cleaning his broom right underneath the live microphone, the hot mic.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be deep enough? I think so. Yeah, they don't want it too deep. They want it to probably sit seconds if they can. Oh. But yeah, this one, if the N19, if they get their stone, if it nose hits, Housekeepers is still letting shot. They're going to try to a little schmutz on the ice. They're going to try to maybe hit and roll over onto that red one. Get some backing behind it. Oops. This marker. Oh, is this one gonna fall? No, I think this one's gonna be okay.
This one.
And that does get over there. That's exactly what they wanted to do there. Very nice stone from
He's
Stefan.
back. This is the Stefan we know.
Does leave it a bit open though, so they are going to just go for this, try to get this takeout here. Ooh, a little heavy. Is that going to fall enough?
Not a lot of handle also.
There it goes. Gets it, gets a little rollover. Ooh. Is that going to be in second shot? I don't... Can we see on the overhead?
It's very
Yeah, I think it's close, but I do think it is setting second shot. Can't quite tell from that angle, unfortunately. But the camera looked great.
Yeah.
Nice, clear, sharp picture. Better than this thing. It's not even white balanced.
What are they looking for here? Can they get something out of the situation?
Yeah, Housekeepers have the hammer. So N19 is just going to try to get something into a position that's going to make it more difficult for... Yeah, I mean, they really just kind of want to tuck this right behind that red on the T line. And it's just going to be so tough to do. Although even on top of, like, tucked in frozen against one of those reds would be the shot stone right now. That would also be okay, I think. Gonna sweep it down there. I think it just fell a little too much. It might be sitting second shot though. From this angle, it kind of looks like it. From this one, where we see Sebastian's back. It's definitely gonna be close for that second shot.
Kind of hope we're gonna have a measure stone. It's always good
Yeah.
for the suspense.
Yeah. Maybe we have the equipment. They should use it.
Yeah. And it's always an opportunity for my co-partner John to make an estimation and then compare the actual truth with his expectation.
With
and
my
then-
truthiness.
Yeah. Compare the hard facts with.
Hey, I didn't do too bad with the guesses on the distances for the
That's true. That's true.
for the LSDs.
That's definitely true. Yeah, we got Dirk approaching us in the beginning of the game to make sure that we had the names correct this time. Because we had some name issues in the past. We even had a little name issue with our own names in the
Want
beginning of
this
the game.
one to settle down? Is it gonna settle down enough? Yes, I think so. Yep. So at least 2 reds there.
So they
And I,
already confirmed 2 here.
yep. Just decided to put 2 up on the board. Good steal for Housekeepers there. Yeah, Housekeepers is on top. There we go. So through 5 ends, Housekeepers have taken a lead 5-2 over N19. It's been a lot closer than the score, to be honest. I think they've been, you know, it's come down to last stone just about every end. Housekeepers have been playing really well
Yeah.
last couple of ends, forcing N19 to make some shots.
So now is the time for N19 to score some points in there.
Yeah, they've got to be aggressive here. They've got to get something. Kevin immediately said it was light coming out of his hand. Sweepers jumped right on it. They're just trying to get this one over the hog line as deep as they can. Honestly, it turns out not a bad stone. That's a lot deeper than I bet they think they expected. This one's going to be a little bit shorter, I think. Ooh, is it getting over? Maybe they were a little overconfident in that one.
Yeah, Stefan mentioning there was something with the release. Maybe he held it back or...
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to be a little bit more active with his release, give it a little bit a smoother release. Helps prevent accidental slowing down the stone as you're letting it go.
This one is to fall.
Trying to get this one down on the T line into the house. Look at how much that breaks. Just right there. As soon as it started to slow down, right turn to Albuquerque. Good stone there from Kevin.
Yep.
I realized something that I need for doing these stone markers. I need just something I'm holding in my hand so I don't have to try to reach over and touch a button on an iPad.
Yeah.
It's sort of some little pen-like thing, like sort of like they have on
Pedals.
Jeopardy.
You
or
can have
they get-
pedals that you can just tap your foot.
But I'm standing up and I can't reach the floor on the bar stools. I do have pedals at home. I use them for my other Twitch streams. Oh, this one's going to settle in nicely. It's exactly what Stefan wanted. It's going to set something up for later once they're allowed to do takeouts. It's going to force Housekeepers to put up a guard.
Nice underpants there. Very
Hey, this is a... oh, it's after 10 o'clock. Okay, we can show that content.
It's still texture. It's
Well, it's also invasion of privacy. I don't know. Maybe he has a wife or a girlfriend who doesn't want the whole internet seeing.
we didn't know
pants.
who it was, right? We just saw
That's actually true.
it's up to the viewers to guess.
This one looks to be pretty good. That's gonna stop nicely over the top there. Take away that route there. Stefan opting to remove that stone. Just gonna play a hack weight takeout.
Housekeepers actually sitting again pretty strong with stone in the front of the T-line in the house with some guards protecting.
Yep. These are the types of situations that make Stefan think. One of these days I'm going to set up a timer. Yeah. We can do a thinking timer on there, and just to kind of watch how much time is actually going in on some of these shots.
Okay.
Dirk has a really early release. He's letting it go right as soon as he gets out of the hack, it seems like. No. That was not quite. They had looked at that. They'd looked at that being a possibility.
Yeah, this
a little dangerous.
This could be dangerous because now they don't really have anything in the house themselves. Which forces them to actually clean up all of the guards.
Yeah, now they're gonna have to spend a couple more stones cleaning things up, I think.
Yeah, they really need a way to get to the button if they want to score at least a point here. And then maybe 1 point is not enough.
Feels a bit wide. Try to sweep this one over, just doesn't quite get over where they need it. Yeah, you see Sebastian indicating the release was outside. Okay, phew.
Okay. Would be good for the game if any team would score 1 or 2 points here, going into the last 2 rounds with very close calls.
Sneaks past the guard, gets the hit, but unfortunately Shooter is going to roll out, or just a little bit deep. Pretty good stone there, actually. Let's see, what was that? 158.40. Dirk. T.O. Nice stone. That's definitely going to open things up here. But yeah, Housekeepers have that stack over there on the wall side. all side rail track, so it's tram track, excuse me. So they've got options here.
Yeah.
So while we've got this thinking opportunity, Chad, how are you guys doing out there tonight?
Yeah,
Everybody having a good Tuesday evening? You know, I heard there was some kind of football game on tonight, but it's not really that important. You know, glad you guys are here watching the curling instead.
Right, decision has been made. What's it gonna be? Sweepers are
right.
ready to sweep this one.
Where he is setting up the broom, I think they are going to draw this around to the open ice side and behind the yellow-red guard over there.
Yeah, Brecht not sure about this draw option.
Yep.
Alright, so we need a...
There we go.
Yep.
Looks like they're going to change the other way. Okay. Freeze, guard, something. They've changed their minds a lot on this one.
and
often
doubting.
that doesn't often lead to great shots. That's you want to have be committed to the shot you're going to take, and if you're changing it at the very last moment, it's very hard to commit to it.
Small adjustments on the broom. Eventually the stone is being thrown. Now it's out of their hands. It's up to the sweepers.
Yeah. Hear the sweeper saying it's a little bit too hard. They want this one to fall, and it's starting to curl. Whoa, wow. They managed to cover every single camera angle.
Yeah, I was really looking for an angle to catch the stone, but...
Very nice node. We're going to see if I can find something for that in the post-production.
This could be the shot of the match, and they covered it up.
Yep. So...
I think maybe that's what they were discussing. Like, if we throw it like that, and you stand there, and then you stand there, maybe we can close off that angle and screw the guys at the booth.
Yeah. Hey, it only hurts them.
Yeah,
the fewer shots I have to look at, or the fewer good shots, good camera angles I have to look at, the faster these things come out. This one, unfortunately, is going to come up a little bit short. It's going to give Housekeepers some cover there in the middle, so they're going to try to just put something over in front of that.
Yeah, they're sitting two still, so it's...
Yeah, no need to get greedy here.
No, I mean, 2 points is good enough. I'm betting those two stones are making N19 very nervous at the moment.
Yep. Yeah, they don't... N19 doesn't have a lot of options here. They're really... They're going to have to try to move stuff around. Housekeepers have been playing really solid tonight, so this is it's been a really tough road for N19 tonight.
Yeah, because N19 is not playing bad; they're just facing a very, very good team.
Yeah. Well, if you look at statistics we saw at halfway mark, you might say otherwise. They haven't been throwing their their shots that well. Everybody was 50% or below, so that's not really a great match. We know that, you know, Stefan can certainly do better than that, and he certainly has turned it around in the last couple ends, I think. But yeah, when you have the second, third, and fourth of Housekeepers throwing above 66%, and now I'm getting corrected that they're now throwing all over 68%. The entire team is throwing 70%, so they've really stepped it up. And N19's actually taken a little bit of a dip those last couple of ends. So yeah, Stefan's improved his, but Bart and Dirk have gone down a little bit. So yeah, we're seeing some struggles from N19. I mean, there's lies, damn lies, and statistics. Well, we're gonna go with the statistics. No, this is where I'd be tapping my button and let's watch the stopwatch, the timer go. Let's see how long they talk about this shot. While we're waiting, quick update from Sheet A. Brewer's Ducks took one in the sixth then, so it puts them up 5-3 in the seventh. And it looks like they are sitting shots with the hammer still to come. Well, this was
It's just wide.
An adventurous effort there, but really with that kind of weight, I'm not quite sure what they were trying to do with that. Because with that weight, they would have just sent their yellow through the house. So maybe a little miscommunication on the speed needed.
Yeah.
So you hear Dirk calling for just a regular takeout over on sheet A.
So what's happening over at sheet A?
It's like Hammerstone is coming down, trying to do a takeout of a yellow off the button, but it is curling too much. Actually takes their own out, and Brewer's Ducks have stolen the seventh with one. So heading into the 8, it will be 6-3. Brewers Ducks leading Steengoed.
All right, the call has been made. They want a guard, put another guard in front of the house, just to make sure all the possibilities for that yellow stone to tap through or close off, because this is, I think, one of the few options N19 still has.
Quite wide.
Yeah, this one looks wide.
That's going to be on that outer edge of the pebble, so this one may not turn back in as much as some of the other ones.
So now Stefan immediately kind of looking for options to play here.
Yeah, I think they might try to clean something up there.
Yeah, those are one of those situations where so many opportunities or so many possibilities still are on the table. I mean, how many stones are in play if you count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Let's see, there's 3 left to throw, so that puts 14, so only 2 stones out the back. I see 1. So there's 2 out. Yeah, confirmation from Gary that there's 2 out, so.
Which is in favor for the team not having the hammer, especially if you're sitting 2 right now.
Yep, yeah, this is definitely going to put some work on Stefan. Now they have to kind of burn a stone here to try to get some of these out, and then hope they can get something.
Yeah, you don't really like to burn your last 2 stones. If that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do.
This one's going to be around the guards. Is this going to hit? No, it's just going to split them off. Misses everything behind it. So, yeah. There's something there. Yeah, I think right behind that, a little bit overlapping that yellow on the tram track there would be ideal. It'll take away that long run back. It'll take away a little bit of a guard or a hack weight, maybe.
But cleaning a stone, very, very good, because you don't want to leave anything at chance at this moment, especially with those guard stones.
Yeah, and just before this match, there was an initiation, so they redid the ice, but there's always, it's always dirty. It's always a little extra dirty after an initiation. You don't want anything catching on it and suddenly seeing a stone immediately stop or turn left or right. Pretty good stone there. Gets it on the tram track right behind the yellow. Very nice stone there.
Very nice one. Yeah, if they keep throwing those stones and hitting those rates, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Just accept you're facing the best housekeepers I've seen in over 2 years, maybe. Well, they are cup winners, but
yeah, they're really starting to play. Yeah, really, definitely shaking off that early season losses where they just didn't play very well, and yeah, they're really a force to be reckoned with now.
yeah, Steph looking at the scoreboard, he knows they have to look for options to score. I mean, just winning an end at this stage of the game is probably not enough. I mean, you give hammer to housekeepers.
Yeah, but down to going into the 7th isn't so bad as being down 4, you know, and having a hammer. So there's still options to, you know, to score, but yeah, it's they need this to work for them.
Yep.
And we're just gonna try to tap the red onto the yellow, try to get it inside into the button. Not easy.
I hope they make it, because you don't have any room on your sheet to put it
all over here. I got a whole other side of the paper. Don't worry. You don't worry about me. I got plenty of space to write stuff down. Housekeepers need to make sure that they stay focused these last couple of ends. They don't have a huge lead. Even 7-2 is possible. Oh, we may have overswept this one.
tapping in.
Oh,
another red
even
one.
Oh, even the worst case scenario there.
Maybe they're going to shake hands. They seem
No.
demoted
That's
at this point.
after 6.
I don't know.
I well-deserved high fives for housekeepers there.
Yeah. Yeah, see? I mean, they...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were very demoted. They felt like they were losing against themselves. And kind of had the impression
Can I type
the
on
do or
this?
die end.
No, can't type there, so I have to type it like that, and then we shake hands. So, kind of a surprising result here.
Yeah, definitely.
8 to 2 and 6. Didn't expect to see that one. So yeah, that was really. I mean, it was a closer match than the score would say, but yeah, really, N19 was struggling with their shots, not hitting what they needed, not hitting enough, allowing Housekeepers to build up things, forcing them into very difficult situations that they just weren't executing and weren't able to recover. So there's definitely some things. Yeah, that was a very unexpected, Wayne. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously a fair win. There was no doubt about that. Housekeepers played such an amazing game through a lot of good stones. I can't recall an end where they struggled or they got behind or they had a little kind of momentum that was going in their disadvantage. They just kept on putting the pressure, putting those stones, and really kind of pushing N19 in a corner.
Yeah, that was just a very solid performance from Housekeepers. You know, nothing really negative to say. You know, their coach is probably going to nitpick, but that's what coaches do.
That's what they have to do.
You know, give them, they say, hey, good job. Now you need to do this better or that better. But there really wasn't a big flaw anywhere. They were executing on their draws. They were executing on putting up guards. They had a few misses, but not very many, and nothing that really, you know, cost them anything. N19 had a couple of unlucky shots where, yeah, they were just a bit off, and like there, it just pushed another one in the end. And so, you know, that was.
Yeah, you could notice with N19, it was in the last couple of events eating away their spirit and their hopes. You could see Stiff sitting down in the corner, Bart sitting down in the corner. It's hard to fight your way back in the game if you feel like those important stones that you have to make end up wide or short, or you're being unrewarded for all of the efforts. And
Yeah.
it sets the kind of trend for the next end and the next end, and suddenly you look at the scoreboards and it's
8 to 3.
For me.
It's 8 to 3. Yeah. Yeah, Wade, you know, the Housekeepers are really becoming the team that they had hopes for. You know, you saw it a lot last year. I think it was a little bit unlucky in the B division in the spring season last year, where they didn't play very well, and it was really unexpected like that. And this is the team we've expected to see from them. You know, they put in so much effort in training. They're all very athletic. They play together as a team in volleyball. They really, you could see it. They work together very well. So it's definitely becoming a good team. We're going to see, I think, them starting to compete for that European spot.
I'm just gonna say it. This is their big breakthrough as of today, as of this season. Housekeepers is a top team, and teams like Team Verreken have to take into account they might have a competitor.
Streamer's curse, of course.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, of course, but hey, after watching this game,
we've got some stats over here. So final playing percentages. Housekeepers shot on a pretty good 70.3%, with Kevin, Thomas, and Sebastian all being over 70. There, 70.8. Brecht struggled a bit, 68.8. They're going to have to get on him for that.
Well, he's a fourth player. Mostly they have to throw the hard shots, the do or die shots, and if you kind of miss, there's no result.
It's 2%. I think it's fine. That's like 1 point on one shot somewhere. I think. And then for N19, under 50% as a team, 45.8%. Stefan and Steph were both at 50%, but Bart was struggling. But I think he was being asked to throw a lot more difficult shots to try to get them out of difficult situations, and they just weren't working for him tonight. So, Gary, thank you for the statistics. Appreciate that a lot.
Happy coach.
Happy coach.
Very happy coach. Yes, you'd love to see the statistics point your way, and the final scoreboard obviously, reflect that, because you can have a really good shot, a really good throwing percentage, and still lose a match. So you like it when both those numbers line up.
So the other sheet A, what happened there? I think that's also important because if you look at the standings, remember, and N19 sitting second, Desperate Housekeepers, not housewives,
Housewives.
Desperate Housekeepers sitting third, but they move up, and then in fourth and fifth we had Steengoed and Brewers Ducks, and I remember Brewers Ducks started out pretty good, but then Steengoed made their way back into the game. I was trying to attempt in looking over to see what's happening, but well,
Yeah.
this is if
you use that camera, then you have to go. Oops, you have to zoom out a little bit. You have to use that to look at the house. You have to look at the near house so you can see it. So yellow are the Brewers Ducks. So they just had a little bit of an issue with the stone. Nils had kind of pushed out and then immediately stopped. It looked like something had gotten caught underneath it, so they're allowing him to rethrow. So he is throwing his first stone of the 8th end here. So a 7th stone for Steengoed. They look like they are lying 1 in the house, but it's very close. Oh, no, yeah, it's definitely 1 for Steengoed, but they need to get rid of this Brewers Ducks yellow. They need 3 to just draw the match. So gonna be a little bit more difficult for them.
Yeah. You can peek just in between those 2 lights from this angle.
This one looks a bit outside. Yeah, it's not gonna fall quite enough. And
so how's the score? I missed the score.
It's 6-3.
6-3 and
for Brewers Ducks.
Brewers Ducks is
Yellow.
Color again? Yellow.
Yellow.
Okay. So Brewers Ducks actually doing good here. So they might also score 6 points and then
It's
hard
gonna
to tell the tiebreaker, but this could mean N19 could drop 2 places in the ranking. So
It could, yeah. I don't know what the head-to-head is, but yeah, you're going to see Housekeepers jumps up to 8th. Brewers Ducks is going to move up to 6th. They're going to jump over Steengoed. Steengoed's going to drop. Yeah, so lots of things going on here. We're trying to see. We've got the last one coming through. Now they're getting there. We're trying to do bonus coverage here, guys. We need to see that. We're still live.
We're still live, yeah.
So Walter's throwing his last stone. They're trying to draw this one in just to get that one into the button. They've got some backing there. Comes in, yeah, that's going to put it at shot.
I can't tell which feet belong to which player.
Yeah. Well, that broom is Dirk. They're looking to see how they're going to take these out. If they can get it to stick, score 3. This is going to be a tough one. I think yeah, if they get it, they get the 3, they draw. Now they're looking for a really long run back. They have a guard up by the hog line, and they're trying to think, can we run this one back to do a double? This would be an amazing shot if they were able to get it. But
hey, by the way, do you want to know a fun fact?
sure.
Timo was actually watching the game. He just had a WhatsApp, and he was watching it on the big screen there. He was not in chats.
Oh, he's actually watching it on TV.
Yeah, we caught you there. Well, he mentioned it, so it wasn't really caught. But
Sorry.
good to know people are actually putting on the live stream on a big TV and enjoying.
Oh, we got the last stone coming in from Nils, the hammer, running it back. They're sweeping it. Now, unfortunately, catches that top guard, which we can't see. Goes out of play.
Oh, there it is. Yep, there is.
Well, that was just the guard they're kicking back in.
Oh, yeah.
So the shooter caught the guard, then hit out to the wall. So out of play. So one for Brewers Ducks. So that's going to give them a 7-3 victory over Steengoed. That's going to shake things up, move them a little bit higher in there. So Brewers Ducks are the ones that have the biggest opportunity to jump up to second. They've got the most matches left to play. So good win for them, but they've got 4 matches to play this week. That's going to be a bit it's going to be testing their their endurance and stamina, see how many matches they have left to play on the weekend.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe there are anything that's been posted or postponed to later. We want to have everything done by the Christmas break, so lots of matches coming up. So exciting week of curling here.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a Christmas atmosphere starting to pull down here in Curling Club Zemst with these temperatures outside being I think even colder than our ring. I think the ring is -7 degrees, but outside it might be -8 degrees. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're working on heating up the hall here because that will be something they really need for the
I hope so. I wore 4 layers yesterday and I was still cold. It's just so like sitting down there around below zero gets to be a little too much. It's very, unless you're sweeping the entire 2 hours.
True. But I think we can wrap up for tonight. We have a lot of games coming up. We'll make sure to post our streaming schedule as soon as possible, so we can have some little communication in advance. But I think we can reveal that there will be games on Thursday,
Friday,
and then kind of all weekend, basically.
3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday. So it's going to be a packed schedule. I believe. Well, I know this one. It's Thursday, 8:15 p.m. is going to be Takeout Tigers against
Canadians.
Brewers Ducks.
Canadians.
Canadians is on Saturday.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Which might need to move to Sunday. We'll have to see about that. But yeah, definitely on Thursday. So it's going to be a commentatorless match. We're going to just have the cameras on while we play. We're going to focus on that. So we're bringing back one of the splits. Bringing back.
Maybe it's for the best as the commentatorless match if you kind of start to talk like that. Every time you will make a mistake, like a wrong stone, you can always do like a hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag. We're gonna throw it up there.
Yeah, we're gonna stand just underneath the microphone and say, "Well, John, oh my God, what was that?"
Well, or if you're watching in chat, just throw it up in there. Throw the hashtag in there. Anytime you see something good or bad, we'll
the
see
match
it. Yeah.
because we have to rewatch the game anyway. So
Yes,
if you see a shot of the match, make sure you mark it in our chats.
Any kind of comment, it'll help me find stuff that looks interesting. So now you guys are gonna probably comment like on the stuff, the in between changes and the scoreboard updates and. But once again, hey, thanks everybody for watching tonight. Appreciate it. Do the YouTube thing, hit the like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. We're now on TikTok. We're posting stuff there. You know, it's no dances, but we are posting the videos over there on TikTok if you're on that platform.
Yeah, we're working hard to bump our numbers. We want to have 100 subscribers by the end of the year, and we're already over 20,000 views so far on our channel. So those are still rookie numbers. This is just a start. We have to go way higher, and TikTok is going to help us.
Well, it's probably not going to help our YouTube numbers, but it's going to get us out there. We want more people to watch this. We want more supporters. We want you guys to get in here and you know, when this football thing is over with this week, you know, you can freely focus on what's important at the curling here in Belgium, and we will be here to bring it to you. So once again, thank you everybody. We will see you on Thursday and then probably Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So until then, have a good night and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
I can't find the